the rolling at HTs is just the Jerry Lopez cakewalk. Think again. Because, again, like as we mentioned in that last episode, the punters, they're doing everything right, you know, and they surf well enough. But it's just like that inability, they're kind of just hanging on, and they just that inability to get those little tic-tacs to project down the line and get the quads and core locked in and get that deep, stable bottom turn.
Yep.
And they're just that little bit behind the 8 ball, not quite in that pocket on the end section.
And probably just
getting
a little
fucking
bit
missed.
overcharged on the adrenaline. Like that's a whenever you're watching Nate paddling into a wave, it's just so silky and calm. Even if he's paddling hard, the takeoff has always got a little bit of airdrop in it or something that just gives him a moment to just sort of be in that space. Whereas I think a lot of crew are just fucking, like you say, holding on for dear life and the adrenaline spiking through the roof, getting in the right spot when everything's going that fast. Like for him, it looks like it's going slow. All good surfers look like they've got all the time in the world. For the rest of us, it's just like, geez, you can put yourself in some fucking horrendous positions.
Oh, my God. When it's 8 to 10 foot and you end up in the lip because you've rolled into one and not got far enough down the line or caught an outside rail because you've just stalled or slightly too hard. That's the real trap with the roll-in, isn't it? You come down this thing and you're just licking your lips, creaming your pants, just soiling the board short, and you end up too deep and just fucking get so minced.
And how much do you hate yourself underwater in that exact moment where you just catch the outside rail or you've just got a little bit of a bog going on, it just sucks you up the face, your head gets clipped, you're doing a cartwheel, and all you can think is, you fucking idiot.
You idiot.
You fucking clown.
Mate, rolling.
Go in right now, hang your head in shame, get back on the binnies, buy a pack of fucking Winnie Lights and just, have a good hard look at yourself, you fucking idiot.
Mate, if your lemon spread isn't a bag of Smith's Crisps after getting slammed on the reef, you're giving yourself a fucking Joan Duru treatment as you come up, because it is one of the worst feelings blowing a roll in.
On the flip side of that, how good does it feel when you just, like, say you are the punter, but you just have one of those days where everything's going right and you shiv it? Like, you're not just like, you're not coming through the roll in and sort of setting it up. You're like, you come in off the bottom turn of it and you just shiv it. Like, you give it a little kick in the nuts and you're just there and ready. Like, you're in the spot, like the good surfers do. It doesn't happen all the time, but far out. That's the opposite of going in with your tail between your legs. That's usually when you know you got a session on your hands.
Interesting to note, Nate actually surfed the perfect session, marathon session, and then got fucking whipped just once, and that was enough. You went straight in, called it. That is a rational and self-preservation approach to surfing waves of consequence, which I applaud, mate, far out, because some of the hidings, like, you can only really have one or two of them. When the waves are that size, you get one or two shots of getting a hiding before you're fucking splattered on the bottom.
And even if you do surf perfect out there, like, you get caught inside by a set and you're going to get a lot of your battery going down to zip. So, yeah.
Speaking of which, our battery's just gone down to zip. I'll have to check this out one sec.
Go for it. But yeah, mate, Nate Floss, God, the POV footage of his session at HTs is...
How's the ones that...
It's orgasmic, dude.
The ones that explode out the back, how cosmic and tripped out that looks. I've never actually seen it from the perspective of someone in the lineup looking at that big pimple just going...
It's so sick, that footage. I just, like, it's so rare to be shocked by GoPro footage these days. You feel like you've seen it all. You've seen them from, like, inside 18-foot cloud break and all that stuff, but that's some of the best I've seen. That one where it's planted on the tail and it's looking up at the body and you get the height, the scale of the lip line. It's just, it's a work of art, mate. Get ready for your Emmy. Best cinematography. It's coming your way.
Mate, and what a setup. I mean, it's crazy that a wave can explode like that on a random back ledge and hold its shape like that, to be still that ruler edge as it hits the inside ledge. Oh, man, it is a one-of-a-kind setup, HTs, when it's got that rolling thing going on.
Such a sick wave. And, I always marvel at the fact that you can basically walk into any pizza shop or ice cream store or wherever there's a TV and they're showing a bit of surfing and you just know the wave like a mate. Don't you reckon? Just from years and years of being a surf nerd, just copping these things. And that's just one of those waves you look at and it just something sparks in your deep inner surfer. Like, it's the ultimate cheat code, isn't it? Roll in to fucking stand tall. That's all anyone wants. It's a dream.